Welcome back to the Built by Rich YouTube channel. We got another DIY project for you today. In this episode, what we're going to do is I'm going to be rebuilding, or not rebuilding, but refinishing my SSR wheels. They're very expensive wheels, and I figured I need to refinish them because, well, I'll just show it to you. Here's a little background. Last time I used them was, well, not the last time, but I had them on a track day back at ZCon, and that was the time when I blew the motor. The car caught on fire, and fire marshals, they came out and put out the fire. So what happened was, when after the fire, there was some of the fire extinguisher that was left over on the wheels that I didn't see, and over time it just ate the finish. So let me just show it to you, if you can see, but you can kind of see all of these. I tried buffing them out and they would not come out. So I'm gonna need to refinish this thing, and that costs a lot of money, and I figured I'll do a DIY on it. So that's what I'm doing today. So what are we gonna do first? Well, we gotta take the air out. Because we're gonna basically take off the face so that we can get a good space to work on the lip, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna repolish the lip. So gotta take the air out so that way we can take out the face. The SSR wheels are welded on they're 3-piece, but they're welded on the inside. So as long as I take out the air, we should be fine with the barrel. So, and I also need to refinish this ring. As you can see, it all kind of just flaked off. The ironized or whatever it is started flaking off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up sanding this and then just wrapping it. But so I gotta take that off too, take out the face, take out the air, and then that way we have the barrel to work with. Let's go ahead and do that. Next thing we're gonna do is remove all the nuts. All right, the barrel is pressed in there, so we're gonna have to force it out. So we got big ass wood, big ass hammer. There you have it. It's the face. Put that aside for now. Alright, note to self, when you are punching it out, be careful, because I just broke my stem. So I'm gonna have to, well, I need to take the tires off anyway, because I'm putting new tires on it. So no big deal, but be careful when you're doing this. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sand all this down. I think I'm gonna start with 220 just to get all, because the SSR wheels have a coating on them. That way, you know, just the way they're built, they put a coating on them so that you don't have to keep shining them. But I'm gonna strip all that out. I'm gonna use sandpaper to get it all sanded down. So we're gonna start with 220, 400, 600, 800, and then 1000 to get it smooth it out, and then we'll start polishing it after. So all right, let's get going. This is gonna take a little bit, so just be patient and you know, take your time, because you know, the better you prep it, the better it's gonna turn out. So let's get it going. All right, make sure you guys wear some good PPE, because this thing is dirty and it's bad for you. So you don't want those little particles to be in your lungs. So make sure you get a good mask and some gloves. Actually, you don't need gloves for the sanding part, but for the polishing part, you're probably gonna need it. But a good mask is a necessity. All right, let's do this. Oh yeah, helps it's plugged in. Make sure you get it all nice and sanded. Take your time. You want to get all that coating off. It's gonna take a little bit of time, so I'm gonna just show it to you guys when it's done. All right, the first sand 220. It's done, and you can kind of see nice even layers of what you want. Make sure you get all of it sanded. Take your time. You're gonna probably spend most of your time on the first sanding, which is the 220. The rest should be fairly easy or easier, but you want to definitely take your time on that first sand, because that's gonna determine how easy or harder the rest of it's gonna be. So let's go to the next one, which is gonna be the 400. All right, 400 grit is done, and next one's gonna be 600. You want to clean it up in between. I haven't done it yet, but basically, you know, spray it, clean it. That way you don't, you know, you can see a lot better. So next up, 600, and we're moving along a lot faster than when we did the 220. Alright, we are now at the 800 grit. This one I'm using is a little oversized, which kind of helps a little bit when you're trying to get to the corners or the edges, because they can kind of conform and get to those areas. Put on my gloves and we'll get to sanding. All right, we're on to our 1000 grit. You can kind of starting to see a little bit of shine to it, which is good. That's what we want to see. But let's go ahead and do the 1000. All right, that's the 1000 grit. I think I'm gonna stop there. You can keep going if you'd like, but I think that's gonna be good enough. The next step is gonna be polishing, but I'm gonna take a quick break. I gotta take my dog out to the dog park because she has to pee and poop. And yeah, we'll be back in a second here. Riley, stop trying to chase the birds. All right, obviously I'm not a professional at this, and this is just stuff that I found on my own as far as research goes. So obviously do it at your own risk, but just trust the process. I believe it's gonna come out good. It's gonna look ugly before it looks good, so just trust the process and you'll be all right. Reason why I'm doing this is because one, like I said, I messed up my wheels and it needs to be restored. Two, it's pretty expensive to get it professionally done. You're looking at, I think the last quote I got was like $1,000 to get it polished. So I figure I'd give this a shot and see how it turns out, and hopefully it comes out good. But you guys will see by the end of this episode how it turns out, and you be the judge for it. If something you want to do, great. If not, then that's cool too. But I figure it's something I wanted to try and tackle on my own, and hopefully save some money. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to it here shortly. All right, so this is gonna be the polishing stage. I had bought some pads. Forgot what it's called. I think it's Amy something. I don't remember, but it's on Amazon. Just bought a kit. It's a polishing kit, and then I got a cheap, orbital sander polisher type, and that's what we're gonna use to polish. And then they gave you some compounds. This is gonna be the brown compound, which is gonna remove the scratch, and then the green one's gonna be the one that's gonna bring back the polish. So let me gear up and show you guys how I do this. It's gonna be kind of dirty, so keep in mind when you guys are doing this, it is gonna be pretty dirty. Real important that you guys wear eyewear, because this thing goes pretty fast and you don't want that to get in your eye. All right, so this is the cutting phase. You can see it's starting to come out. The next step should bring it out even more. So next step, we're gonna switch the pad to the soft polishing pad, and we're gonna use a different compound. kind of see, it's a lot shinier, but it's looking pretty good. So I think I'm gonna hand buff the rest with some metal polish, regular metal polish, and that should get rid of all the other little junk that's on there. But that's pretty much gonna do it for that, the polishing part. Fairly easy. So let's make it even better. That's gonna do it. Next thing is just putting everything back together. But it looks pretty good to me. Is it perfect? No. Could be better? Yes, but it's good enough. Alright, I think that's gonna wrap it up for me today. I will continue on working on the putting it back together and sanding the ring and wrapping it, but pretty tired today. So for you guys, it's just gonna be a quick second, but for me, might be tomorrow, might be the next day. But we'll get it done. As you can see, my face is all black from all the polish. So keep in mind, it's gonna be dirty, like I told you guys earlier. But not too bad. Not too bad after all, considering the results and the money that I saved. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is work on this ring. As you can see, it's kind of flaked off, the coating that's on it. So I'm just gonna sand this all off, and I might try polishing it and then wrapping it, just in case the wrap doesn't look good, then I can just leave it polished. But same process, just sand it and then polish it. So I'm gonna do that and I'll show it to you guys after. So here it is, all sanded down. I think I'm gonna try to wrap it first before I polish it. That way, if it looks good wrap, then I don't have to do the extra step to polish it. So see how that turns out. I think it came out pretty good. Now I just gotta put everything back together and then do all four. That's gonna take forever. But for this video, I'm just gonna do one. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you find this video informative, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and sharing. Anything that you guys have any question on, please don't hesitate to put it in a comment and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Again, I'm not a professional restorer of wheels, and this is something I decided to tackle and no experience in it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the results. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace!